One transfer rumour from this summer transfer window that you wish happened to your Premier League club, part 2. Starting out with Aston Villa, who had a pretty lacklustre summer transfer window until one day they were linked with Lucas Paqueta for a fee of around £47 million. It looked like it was all but done. I think Fabrizio Romano even gave a here we go. Turns out he played the next day and scored for West Ham, and the deal was off whenever he started pointing at the badge. But oh my god, how Aston Villa could do with a talent like Lucas Paqueta in midfield, just to freshen everything up. Chelsea had a pretty typical summer transfer window as of late, just throwing darts into the transfer market, hoping to hit the bullseye in a few years' time so they can cash out. But then when injuries struck their back line with like ACL tears to Levi Colwill, it was very clear they needed some centre-backs, and they were going to go after their ex-academy captain, Mark Gahey, who Liverpool were also interested in. Looked like he was as good as gone to Liverpool, didn't happen in the end, but Chelsea would definitely take him at the moment. In a similar fashion, Crystal Palace were going after one of their ex-players, a loan player that they fell in love with, Conor Gallagher, whenever he was on loan from Chelsea. I think in the 21 season, he was balling out at Selhurst Park. Since then, he has moved to Atletico Madrid and hasn't quite been starting or getting enough game time in the Diego Simeone squad. And he was linked to Crystal Palace. Things looked like they were moving along and it just never came to fruition. But he would be a fantastic signing for this Crystal Palace side. What he did at Crystal Palace was like nothing else that he's shown ever in his career. He's been a great utility man, but at Palace he was something else. Surprisingly, Everton were in talks to sign Malik Fofana from Lyon, somewhat of a wonder kid, did very well against Manchester United. I think maybe getting a goal or an assist in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. Some of Europe's biggest teams, even like Chelsea and Liverpool, were after this kid, and Everton apparently were fairly close to signing him. And I know their attacking talent at the moment is on fire with the likes of Grealish, Dewsbury Hall, and Jai, but you really couldn't say no to a talent like this and at the age that he is. And lastly, Fulham were apparently very close to signing Ricardo Pepi from PSV, getting a good few goals in the Eredivisie last year. But for a 22-year-old striker, I think it was a pretty reasonable fee. And because Jimenez is getting on, Muniz looked like he was maybe going to Atalanta for 40 million. This would have been a decent signing for in around the 20 mil mark. And I think he would kind of suit the Premier League. Maybe this will happen in next summer transfer window, maybe even in January. Please like and follow for part 3.